Okay, this is Zain 45 Vacation, and I'm here with Lancechidna 2K9.
What's up?
Okay, and we are making a response video to Blockbuster Critics' Atrocity to Gamers Marvel vs. Capcom 3 rant. And just wanted to say, his only complaint seems to be that there's a lack of characters.
Exactly. He does make other points, but we will point them out. But I think the first thing we want to go over is the character roster. Now, he points out that, okay, Marvel vs. Capcom 1 had 16, then 2 had 56, then 3 had 36. Now, he thinks this is a, this is a horrible thing if it doesn't have, he's pretty much saying, oh, 3 is an awful game because it doesn't have like a 100 billion gazillion characters. Which to me, okay, first, I think 36 is a good enough count of characters for a fighting game. Now you say that, okay, now you come off as saying is that Marvel vs. Capcom 2 is an awesome game because it had all the characters. To me, in my opinion, some others may think the same way, but I think that's probably why Marvel vs. Capcom 2 wasn't as good as the first one, because it had so many characters. See, when you dump like a crap load of characters in the game, you're going to have balance issues because, you're going to have to go, like, okay, the smaller the roster is, the much it's easier to, balance everyone out. If you have a shitload of characters, you may overlook one character that can overpower, a lot of characters in the game.
And you might have characters who have like the same movesets and everything.
Exactly. Then you're going to have to deal with clones. Then, going to have similar moves. This is the same thing that Super Smash Bros. Melee and the Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi games had. I'm glad that they made this character roster much shorter, because they can actually take the time to make the characters, balance it all out, and make it more enjoyable for people to play. Now, and also another thing, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Now I'll say this again. I don't think it was a very good game, because all it was, they just took all the characters from their past games, like Marvel Superheroes, the Street Fighter Alpha games, Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, X-Men versus Street Fighter, took all the sprites and just dumped it into one game just to make a profit, with the addition of I think 6 new characters: Cable, Sun, Ruby Heart, Amigo, and I think I'm missing a few more, but you get what I'm saying. At least with this one, they actually took the time to make the game, not just dump it into a game like they did for 2. But it's whatever. You think what you want.
And then he's getting mad that you have to pay to get 2 extra characters, which is Shuma Gorath and Jill Valentine, which that's not really the big of complaint to me. I mean, they're not forcing you to get them. If you want to make a complete roster and then complain about having to pay for them, it's not really... I don't really see the complaint there. I mean, not everybody's going to want Shuma Gorath or Jill Valentine. If they do, then they can just pay the measly, like, what, $6 for them?
It's $5.
$5. They can pay the measly $5 for them, whatever. But it's just... I lost my track of thought here.
I don't want to say, I just want to point this one thing. I think this is really funny. The people who are complaining about the $5 measly, these are the same people who would spend, like, okay, maybe $300 to $400 on a game console, and like maybe $1,000 more on a home entertainment system with surround sound and all that crap. But you would complain about $5 measly. I mean, I would rather pay, $5 measly for a character that I want than pay $20 for a map pack, like on, say, Call of Duty or something like that.
And then, like, people forget that Capcom's a company, and their number one thing is money.
Exactly. I'm sorry, I hate to interrupt you, but this is one thing that people need to understand. Companies do not run on the smiley faces of their customers. I'm sorry, they're a company first. Yes, they will ask you what you want if they know they can make a big profit off it. That's the main reason why they even re-released Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on PSN and 360 Arcade because two reasons. One, a lot of people demanded for it, and two, Capcom knew they're gonna make a really big profit off it. Those are the two reasons why that game is even on PSN and the Xbox Live Arcade. If it wasn't for the fans, we would have had it. And once again, it wasn't for the fans, we would have had Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Yeah, so that's all I have to say. But go ahead.
But yeah, that's their main focus, money, pretty much. That's pretty much what I was about to say, okay? But, I mean, a lack of characters is not going to keep me from playing a fighting game if it has good mechanics.
You know, it's very fun to play.
And it's very fun to play. His only complaint is that some of his favorite characters aren't in it, which it's not really a good complaint.
Exactly. And I know, like, Erica, I'm like, okay, you know, I'm sorry if if Sansan or Ruby Heart or your favorite characters aren't in the game. I'm sorry. You know, some of my favorite characters didn't make it too. I wanted, you know, Venom. I wanted M. Bison.
Mega Man.
Exactly, Mega Man. But, you know, it's we move on. You know, we just find other characters that we like. You know, we like them instead. Maybe they'll come out in the future as DLC because Capcom is now doing a request a character on their forums. So if you want a character that you want as DLC, go to the Capcom forums, ask what you want, and it may, you know, they may become a character as DLC.
I say they might get enough fans where they actually do it.
Exactly. Now, okay, the last topic we want to go over is he argues that this game is incomplete. Now, okay, I agree with you to some extent, but I would not say this game is incomplete. It's a complete game. It just has incomplete characters. Like you said, you know, Jill and Shumagarath are already on the disc. You just have to pay the $5, you know, to get, you know, to make them complete and also unlockable for you to play them. Now, you know, once again, like we said before, if you don't want the characters, you don't have to pay for it. Capcom is not
holding a gun to your head.
You know, it's enforcing you to buy it. If you don't want to, if you don't want the characters, just don't buy it. It's just that easy. And I don't know how you're gonna get mad at a company for wanting to make money. That's what they do. They make money. That's what they do. That's what all companies do. Now, for anyone to get angry over it, I just think it's a waste of time.
Kind of silly.
Exactly. You know, that's their one purpose: make money.
The lack of characters is kind of a silly thing to be mad at a game about.
Now, I'll say this right now: if you try to run a company and you try to run it on customer appreciation, you're gonna run that company to the ground. I'm sorry. You may think I'm cold, but it's the truth.
It's true.
It does not run. A company does not run on smiling faces. It just doesn't. Okay, but that's basically what we want to say. And
my friend Lancechidna kind of took over my video here.
Oh, okay, sorry. I just got really into it.
It's all right. There'll be more in the future.
All right, but I guess that's all we have to say.
We just wanted to say that. This is Zain 45 Vacation and my friend Lancechidna 2K9.
All right, see ya.
See you in future videos.